The company's losing $4 million a day, but I think it should stay that way because I can't bear it to be any harder on me. What's going on, guys? So let's talk about something a little bit different today. We're going to take a break from true crime for just a minute to address the big elephant in the room for everybody: Elon Musk and Twitter. I know this isn't the style of video I usually do, so bear with me a little bit. I appreciate you watching anyway. Just hear me out because this is important. This is what our culture has went to these days. This is the type of people who think they're entitled to whatever because they don't even understand what real life is. They don't know what most of us in the lower middle class, upper poor class really go through in life. They think everything is just sunshine and rainbows. So here's a reality check. This is not me trying to steel man for Elon Musk. I don't really care about the guy. I think he's funny. He has absolutely nothing to do with me whatsoever. It's just the ignorance of the Twitter employees who want to quit their job because their boss asked them to work a little harder. Oh my God, I can't work a little harder. The company's losing $4 million a day, but I think it should stay that way because I can't bear it to be any harder on me. Let's get into it. Twitter and Elon Musk. Let's talk about what's going on because to me, this blows my mind. Now, I know a lot of people are presenting this as if Elon Musk bought Twitter and then came in with his kitchen sink, let that sink in, funny joke, haha, whatever. We all know he's kind of corny, right? But he's also a genius. We can't forget that he's a genius, right? Come on now. People acting like he doesn't know how to run a company. He's the richest man in the world. Literally, the richest man in the world, verified. Verified. And he hasn't always been the richest man in the world. So it's not like, oh, because his family was rich. Yeah, his family was rich. But he took that from being a wealthy person into the richest man in the world. And he did that by buying companies, taking them over, overhauling them, and going through. So what did you expect him to do when he bought Twitter? Let's be honest. What did you expect him to do? He paid like 40 something billion dollars for a company that's losing $4 million a day. And you thought he was just going to buy it and hold it and lose $4 million a day on purpose? No, he's obviously going to overhaul Twitter. Now, when he comes in with his people and they start looking through stuff, they start seeing all this bloatware where people ran code to make something work, and then things got built on top of that code, and things got built on top of that code, and things got built on top of that code. And it's not something that I completely understand, so I'm not even going to pretend to, but it makes sense that if you have a problem at this point, and everything's built off of something that's causing that problem way back at this point, that you might have to disable certain things for a temporary set of time so that you can go back and fix it where the problem is, so you don't have that problem in the future, right? If you just keep building and building on top of a problem and keep putting band-aids over a problem, you're going to keep hemorrhaging money. $4 million a day. Come on now. So he comes in and he fires what, like 25% of the company, right? The executives. Then he tells the Twitter employees, you can either buckle down and work hard and let's turn Twitter around and make this a profitable company, or you can quit and I'll give you 3 months worth of severance pay. And these whiny ass Twitter employees quit. Good luck finding another job like the one you had. Now, I don't know how much these employees make, so I don't know how much money they got on 3 months, but supposedly there were 7,500 Twitter employees and 4,000 contractors at its peak. That's 11,500 people. And now, over this weekend, Elon Musk is running Twitter with a skeleton crew of 50 people. 50. While he's got all the offices shut down and everything logged out. So think about this. What do you need people for working at Twitter? Like, what are they doing? Think about what they're doing. Moderation and stuff, right? Reviews. How long does it take to have something reviewed? Maybe it's going to take a little longer. They're writing code and stuff, right? They're trying to improve Twitter. They're trying to make it better. Okay, well, you can't just continue to write code on top of bad code and expect the bad code to get fixed at any point if you just keep adding to that bad code. The people who left were clear. We don't want to work harder. We don't want to turn Twitter around. We don't care that it's failing. We're so entitled that we think that we should be able to come to work, not even be able to give you a single daily task that we have, and you should just keep paying us and keep losing the money because you're super rich and we're not. Why do you think he's super rich? I mean, this just blows my mind that this is even a thing. Like, yeah, you had a bunch of lazy workers who didn't want to work. Get rid of them. How many people are foaming at the mouth to work for Twitter? If Elon Musk gave me a job at Twitter where I could come into a campus and work and hang out, and all I had to do was do the job to my best abilities, really? Oh, but that's too far. The idea that you can not work for yourself, but work for somebody else, and that person that you're working for wants you to do your job to the best of your ability, to give them as little drag as possible, to really make a difference for the company. No, that's too far for Twitter employees. Well, listen to this, guys. Your middle management. You're nobodies. Nobodies. I'm a nobody. I'm not saying that it's something bad about you for being a nobody, but you're nobodies. You didn't do anything. You haven't done anything of importance. You're literally filling a role in a job. And somebody else will be happy to come along and take that cushy job that you had and really do their job and help. And Elon knows this. Elon's not stupid. You don't become the richest person in the world by being stupid. Now, maybe you don't like his business practices. Maybe you feel it's unfair for somebody to have as much money as he has. Hey, I do too. I think it's kind of messed up that I got to try to survive on $100,000 a year while he's got $250 billion. And maybe you don't understand how much that is, but every single billion is 1,000 million. So he's got 250,000 million. Let that sink in. He could make 250,000 millionaires with just his money. Just his money. Now, of course, that's not all liquid, but I mean, that's his value, right? That's his net worth. That's how much this man is worth. And you, a Twitter employee, mad that he wants you to do your job, are going to say that he doesn't know how to run a business. But you do. But you're not, because you work for somebody else. You work for him. Out of all the people who quit, most of you are going to regret it. Most of you are going to realize real quick that the world isn't all rainbows and unicorns. That you really have to provide a service in order to get paid. You don't just get to do whatever you feel like and you're entitled to a lifestyle. That's not how things work. Do you think there's poor people just because? There's poor people out here that would bust their ass day in and day out to have the opportunities that you had that now you've taken for granted. And I'm not saying this to anybody in that position. I'm saying this specifically to the people who walked out of their job because their boss said he wanted them to work hard and turn the company around. You're an absolute embarrassment to all of us. It has absolutely nothing to do with your lifestyle. It has absolutely nothing to do with your sexual orientation. All it has to do with is if you're an employee, then your employer needs to get a benefit from having you work there. I'm a straight white male. If I go to work and I don't do my job, then I'm not going to have a job. So this has nothing to do with your lifestyle choices and everything to do with your weak, piss poor excuse for a work ethic. Get your shit together. Do better. I'm smart enough to know that he's not going to buy a company so he can lose $4 million a day. You should have seen changes coming. I'm sure you did. I'm sure that's why you were crying about it the whole time. Twitter's no longer a public company. It's a private company, and the boss has entered the building. Get ready to bust your ass or go find another job. Have a great day. We'll see ya.